Hello friends, welcome to Audiobook Daily. Today we'll talk about The Power of Writing It Down, Allison Fallon. Snow fell quietly outside the window, softening the city into silence. Inside her small apartment, Mira sat beside a glowing Christmas tree. The lights flickered gently, reflecting off ornaments she had collected over the years, each one holding a memory. December always did this to her. It slowed time. It stirred reflection. Yet this December felt heavier. Mira felt stuck. Emotionally, creatively, spiritually. Her mind was full, but her heart felt unheard. Thoughts circled endlessly. What am I doing with my life? Why do I feel lost even when everything looks fine? That evening, as snow continued to fall, she opened a blank notebook someone had gifted her the year before. On the first page, she wrote one simple sentence. I don't know what I feel, but I want to find out. That moment, pen touching paper, was the beginning of her healing. And it reflects the gentle truth of the power of writing it down by Allison Fallon. Why writing changes everything. 1. Writing creates space for truth. Allison Fallon begins with a powerful idea. Writing is not about being good, it's about being honest. Most people carry thoughts, fears, and emotions silently. They swirl inside the mind, creating overwhelm. Writing gives those thoughts somewhere to land. When Mira wrote that first sentence, she wasn't searching for answers. She was making space. Fallon explains that clarity doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from putting thoughts outside yourself. 2. You don't have to know what to say. One of the biggest myths about writing is that you must feel inspired or confident. Fallon gently dismantles this belief. You don't write because you're clear. You write to become clear. The book encourages messy writing, pages that don't make sense, sentences that feel raw. That mess is where truth lives. As snow gathered on the windowsill, Mira kept writing. Not beautifully, but honestly. 3. Writing helps you hear yourself again. Fallon explains that most people have lost trust in their own voice. We ask everyone else what to do. We doubt our instincts. We silence our feelings. Writing rebuilds that trust. When words appear on the page, something surprising happens. You start listening to yourself again. Mira noticed patterns in her writing. Dreams she had ignored. Feelings she had minimized. Writing wasn't changing her life, it was revealing it. For writing heals without forcing answers. Unlike advice or self-help tactics, writing doesn't rush solutions. Fallon describes writing as a form of gentle self-witnessing. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to understand yourself. Writing lets emotions move instead of stagnate. Just like snow melts quietly when winter passes, emotions soften when acknowledged. 5. Creativity is a byproduct of honesty. The book also speaks to creativity, not as talent, but as courage. Creativity flows when fear loosens its grip. Fallon explains that when you write honestly, confidence grows. Self-doubt quiets. Expression becomes natural. Mira began writing not just about pain, but about hope. About what she wanted next year to hold. 6. Writing turns reflection into direction. One of the most powerful effects of writing is pattern recognition. When you write consistently, clarity emerges. What drains you? What excites you? What you've outgrown? Fallon emphasizes that writing doesn't predict your future, it reveals what you already know but haven't admitted. 7. You don't write for an audience. Fallon reminds readers, writing is not performance. The page is a safe place. No judgment. No expectations. This freedom is what allows truth to rise. As the Christmas lights glowed, Mira realized she wasn't writing to change her life overnight. She was writing to come home to herself. On Christmas morning, the snow had covered everything in white. Mira sat beside the tree again, notebook resting on her lap. The pages were filled now, not with perfect answers, but with honest questions, soft realizations, and quiet courage. She felt lighter. Not because life had magically changed, but because she had finally listened. That is the quiet power of writing it down. When you give your thoughts a place to land, your heart finds room to breathe. Sometimes healing doesn't arrive loudly. Sometimes it comes softly, like snowfall in December, like ink on a blank page. Thank you for listening. See you in next Audiobook Daily.